What is up, everyone? This is Jackie, and I'm gonna be here talking to you about how to actually clear the wolf in the instant dungeon today. Alright, so this is the wolf, and I'm gonna go through the mechanics, what your build should be, what characters that you should use for this, and how you should build your Sun Jinwoo. Right? As you can see, I've cleared this whole thing. Right, I need to go back and get these trophies, but I've just been a bit lazy and couldn't be bothered. And I can basically clear tier 10 pretty easily. Now, for those that don't know, when you're doing these, you don't need to do this one by one. Right? You can go 2, 3, 4, up to 4. But for the 4, you have to buy the premium pass to do this. So I'm a free to play account. I can only go up to 2, but that's good enough for me. Okay? And we're going to go in and we're going to talk about what builds you can use for your account. First things first, if you can push your CP up so that you're in the white, that's perfect. Okay, so you can see my CP is well above the level 10 for the wolf, so I can destroy this pretty easily. But when I was just starting out, I had to slowly crawl up. And these are the few steps that I found that was super effective. Right? First, we're going to go talk about Jinwoo. When you build your Jinwoo, there's a few sets that you should use. So what I was running is I was running a full expert set, and I was also running a full crit set. Right? When building Jinwoo, crit and crit damage matters the most. So for your crit rate, ideally you should be at 50%, and your crit damage should be as high as you can, normally around 180%. So let's go into my Jinwoo and I'll show you. Mine's even not built out really well, just because I wanted to put the curse set on him. You can see my crit rate is around 43%, and I could definitely use a lot more crit damage of 163. Right? But for myself, I'm currently struggling with getting that crit damage up, just because I can't find any good artifacts that replace this one. Like, look at this. I have attack percentage +4. By the way, attack percentage, you want it any day over additional attack for Jinwoo, but for the hunters, it's on the other side, where you want additional attack instead of attack percentage. Alright, this is my water damage ring for the curse set. It's not that good, honestly. Only damage increased by 1. My ring, I've got some attack percentages, some crit damage, and I've got a burning curse. It's a bit spread out. Attack percentage, defense, and MP. Alright, so that's the rings in terms of my armor. Additional attack +2, defense +1, crit rate. These two unfortunately went into HP, and I got some attack here and attack here. So you can see my crit rate, like these two pieces, have 0 crit rate on them. Alright, my only crit rate comes from this +2 and this +1. So you can see, in order to get 50, you essentially, all you need is another crit rate here. Right? I don't even need to +1 this, and I'll be able to have 50% crit rate. That's the soft cap in terms of the artifacts that you can get. Alright? And in terms of the hunters, honestly, anything that will give Jinwoo a bit of a buff and helping him deal more damage is beneficial. So one thing, Char, because Char's support skill, you can see it can make them uncoverable, and it gives them a brand. So it increases the crit rate and crit hit damage by 12% to targets hit by the skill. Right, so if you use her support skill and then Jinwoo attacks with like some of his stronger skills, you'll do more damage. Same thing with Min. Min is like, I remember when I just first got Min, I got him at just A0, and it boosted my attack of Jinwoo heaps when I was clearing these dungeons. So Min's super important. You can have a look at his skill. Is when he uses punishment. Right, punishment is the skill that you want. It basically whacks the boss, and they take 15% more damage. All right. The last one, honestly, you can use anything that will help boost your CP. Alicia is kind of just there for damage and freezing. You see there's not really any buffs. Mei Lin will be good for this. because in Mei Lin's case, increases the user's attack by 16%. 16, that is heaps. Alright, so this is definitely great skill. So if I were you and I have both Mei Lin and Min, I put 1, 2, and 3 together. Alright, if you don't have these three, Jinho I believe is pretty good, just because it creates a potion and it helps you heal if you're finding yourself dying. Beck is also really good, because Beck, his support skill, increases attack by 20%. 20. Right, so if you have a pretty good level Beck, chuck some gear on him, see if you can get him and help you get into the white, and then just use these support characters for Jinwoo so that you can deal as much damage as you can. Alright, what else do I have? This is a break. This might even be good. Right, increases your ult damage by 15%. That's a pretty good buff. So you can use this skill and then use Jinwoo's ult and deal more damage. But my biggest recommendations are these two, and you compare it with any other one, or even Choi, because Choi is fire and the wolf is weak to fire. So if you have fire and this guy decreases the wolf's defense by 15%, and then you deal a crazy amount of damage. All right, so let's go in and let's just, I'll show you what I mean. All right, put the wolf in, put the keys at 2. Who do we want? We'll take out Alicia. I think she's a bit too strong in terms of her kit, because I have a pretty high level in CP. So I'll put Min, and I won't even bring Char. Let's bring Beck. All right. In terms of their blessings and stones, their artifacts. Sorry. Min, I have a full what's this called? Aquamarine, and I have a holy set. For my Mei Lin, I have a full blessing set. If you don't have a full blessing set, you can go Destroyer, and Aquamarine doesn't matter here just because these effects don't stack, so this honestly doesn't matter. But the blessings effect do, I believe, so you can run double blessings. So let's go see. Do I even have blessings for? Let's see. Oh, I do have one. Okay. Do I have? Okay. Okay. Oh, damn, I don't have boots. Oh. Whatever. We'll go bootless with Beck. Alright, and for the weapons, I run Plum and Grimoire. Alright, even though I have this Moonshadow dagger, Grimoire does way more damage. And I'll do a quick run to show you what I mean. So first we'll go Moonshadow dagger. Alright, this is probably one of my favorite weapons to use. And let's go. Go, go, go. Alright, when the wolf comes in, there's a few mechanics that I want to talk about. First is, once we go in, he's going to do a breath from right to left. And all you have to do is dash towards the breath so that you get a dodge. Alright, dash, shadow step. Oh wait, whoops, I'm going to restart. I realized I traded in my Moonshadow dagger instead for the plum, and I was supposed to do it for the orb of avarice. So let's change that back. Okay, I want plum, equip, and I want to use Moonshadow. All right, go. Okay, just gonna go shadow step, go Beck, plum, and then put out all my support skills, and then do shadow. Cool. For the skills, you can bring anything that's water or fire, just as long as it deals damage. So for mine, this is probably not the best skills to use, but doesn't matter. wait for this to go breath again, and then dash to the right, shadow step back, then put out your supports, and then moon shadow. Moon shadow is good because it slows down time, and they're gonna dash it. So the portal's kind of annoying, right? Once it goes in the portal, they come out and they're actually invincible for a sec, so you have to wait a bit. I find the red wolf actually is squishier than the blue wolf, and once they get to like a certain HP, I think it was like below 15 bars or 10 bars, both wolves come out. And normally what you want to do then is try kill one wolf at a time. Okay, dash to the right, shadow step, dark, moon shadow, and then just deal damage. Alright, and it's basically this the whole way through. When he does that dash, it's 3 seconds. So just when he does that, count 1, 2, 3 and dodge. Okay, and then here we'll basically finish him off. Alright, so you can see around 1:10, and I wasn't really focusing. I could have done that probably a little bit quicker if I used my ulti or I used my other skills, but whatever. Alright, these drops, honestly I don't really care about the drops anymore, just because I don't really need these artifacts. I want the curse set, I want the new level 73 gear. But if you can't do those level 73 gear, you still need to farm this so that you get better drops, so you get stronger to get those level 73 gears. Alright, now I'm going to show you Moon Shadow. Instead of Moon Shadow, I'm going to show you Orb of Avarice. Mine is A3, which, you know, is actually really good. If you don't have Orb of Avarice, this Fire Book would also do much better. Like, you can see, this is level 60, and my Moon Shadow is level 80, right? I decreased in CP, but I'm going to do so much damage. For the case, I'm going to make sure that I don't change my skills, but for yourself, for those that have this light one, it's quite good. If you have crosshairs, this is a really strong skill for the wolf. Definitely use it, just because it deals boss and elite monsters increased by 45%, and it's also fire elemental, which the wolf is weak to. Alright, so that's what you need to know. But for this case, I'm just gonna keep it like this, just because the previous one was I use these skills. I'm gonna just show you how strong this Orb of Avarice is. Alright. First things first, dash to the right, shadow step, plum. Make sure you have full bloom. So to do full bloom is quite easy. You just wait for it to, you just do a dash before you actually hit. Okay. Oh man, I didn't dash to the right in time. Doesn't matter. I'll still be able to kill this quite. 1, 2, 3, dodge. 1, 2, 3, dodge. There you go. So we get the shadow up. Boom. Boom. Fire him. Oh man, I missed him. But oh no, I got him. See how it's only on 7 bars? He's about to die soon. And for the red one, he's a bit quicker. So it's around 2 seconds. When I was starting out, I had a really tough time figuring out the timing of those dodges. It was so annoying. Trust me. Dodge to the right, shadow step, and then burn him. Boom. Alright, that's 1 down. That's 2 down. See how much easier that was? Right, the Orb of Avarice, lower level, but it was at an A3, and I finished this in like, I think I had a 1:40 left. And these drops, right, all pretty trash, so I can kind of chuck them in the bin, get some gold. This one's decent. Alright, so that's how you do your runs for the wolf. Let me know if you have any other questions. There's also other videos that I'll be pumping out to doing the other content such as the spider, Cerebus, and also Igris. So stay tuned for that. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.